Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gwen and Leo have a disagreement. She strikes him. Vivian intervenes to handle Dimitri. Dimitri is shot by Vivian. Leo is by Dimitri's side when he arrives at the hospital. Sean and Jada argue. Sean lied, as Belle discovers. When Belle needs assistance, she turns to Marlena. Talia admits to having slept with Sean to Marlena. A guest takes Rafe by surprise. Harris and Ava are in a perilous scenario. In front of Sean is Belle. Rafe and Tripp find themselves in a potentially fatal position. For his mole, E.G. has new instructions. When Chloe talks to Xander, things don't go as planned. Kate makes an effort to reach Rex. A decision made by Chloe and Philip will alter their lives. EJ notices a familiar face. Attackers target Rex. Sarah has received criticism for what she did. Alex lays down a claim. For Vivian, Gabby has some advice. Threatening Dimitri is Gwen. Brady takes a visitor back to town. What Maggie and Justin discovered in Victor's will astound them. Alex feels Vivian's strain. The relationship between Xander and Sarah is uneasy. Chloe discovers a shocking fact. Kate criticizes Vivian. Chloe must make a crucial decision. Sarah has mixed feelings about getting married. Maggie and Justin discover something else that shocks them. What Alex discovers astounds him. Some older viewers were thrilled to see Edmund Crumb on day ways of our lives. But younger viewers were confused as to who the heck this guy is. We can certainly help, though. Adam Kane, who originally portrayed the part in 1998, will be returned in the role starting with the episode airing on September 27, 2023. When Susan Banks and Elvis, later known as E.J. Demira, escaped Salem and sought refuge at a bar run by Violet, Edmund's mother, that is when Edmund Crumb first appeared. A ring was purchased, and Edmund was getting ready to ask Susan to marry him when he learned Susan had returned to Salem and was locked there as a suspect in the murder of Kristen Demira. Edmund flew to Salem to ask Susan to marry him, but Susan seemed strangely hesitant. She persisted in wanting them to leave town after their wedding, and it was later discovered that Susan was actually Kristen hiding as Susan. Then Edmund admitted that he had killed Kristen unintentionally, but when the real Susan arrived, it became clear that the victim Edmund had slain was actually Penelope Kent, another Kristen impersonator. Edmund and Susan were finally wed once everything was resolved, and they relocated to London to raise Elvis. Susan went back to Salem in 2014 to alert EJ that he was in peril. It was later claimed that they had divorced, even though they were still married at the time. Harris Michaels was assisting Ava Vitale in her hunt for Susan in September 2023. Susan was thought to be dead, but Ava remembered seeing her alive following the collision. The two were directed to London by psychic messages, and Edmund was found after searching for scone crumbs on Ava's plate. Watch the most recent A Hannah Swenson mystery on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries on Friday, October 6th, at 9 p.m. ET. Allison Sweeney, Sami, Dameway It's of Our Lives, plays the baker/amateur sleuth, and Cameron Matheson, Drew, General Halo Spitl, plays her estranged partner, Det. Mike Kingston, the film, A Zest for Death, which also stars Barbara Niven, Liz, One Life to Live, as Hannah's mother, Dolores, is based on the book Lemon Meringue Pie Murder by Joanne Fluke. The homeowner, Rhonda, a regular patron of Hannah's bakery, the cookie jar, is found dead while Dolores is looking for a home for her daughter, Michelle. According to the movie's official synopsis, Hannah is as committed as ever to solving the case and is certain that the main suspect, Mike, and the sheriff are concentrating on isn't the offender. When Dolores, Michelle, and their other sister, Andrea, join Hannah's research, it turns into a family issue. Hannah slowly eliminates suspects as she gathers information, which leads her to the stunning killer's identity. Sweeney and Matheson were thrilled to be working together again when they began filming A Zest for Death in mid-June, despite the fact that their characters broke up their engagement in the previous film. "Let's go again here." On Instagram, Sweeney applauded. "Cameron and I are back on location filming another Hannah Swenson." Matheson noted that this is the pair's 7th film together, while sharing the same behind-the-scenes image. He wrote, "So thankful to be working with this incredible woman and everyone who is a part of this incredible series of movies." Sweeney's multi-picture contract with Hallmark Media includes her serving as an executive producer in addition to her role as a star in the movie. At 9 p.m. ET, A Zest for Death will make its debut. Before you watch to find out whether Hannah's investigation will lead to a rekindled romance with Mike or further sever their relationship. Day of Our Lives rumors and spoilers. Who was it that Susan Banks could have been taken to Edmund Crumb in London? He didn't know him, unless of course he was lying. So it had to be someone who was aware of Susan's relationship with Edmund and knew where to find him. At first, nobody believed Susan, who was riding in the back seat, had survived when Ava Vitali plunged off the cliff. E.J. Demura was stopped by Rafe Hernandez from attempting to descend the rock face to the flaming automobile. Even the chief EMT didn't believe someone could have survived that collision with the car on fire. And E.J. didn't arrive in time to witness the car's explosion. Ava later emerged from the wreckage alive and largely undamaged, having escaped the automobile just before it detonated, but she claimed Susan did not survive. Who then recovered Susan but abandoned Ava? She was obviously not thinking clearly since she was hearing her dead son Charlie Dale tell her to drive off a cliff and kill Susan. It's conceivable that a covered EMT savior was hidden among the crew members that descended to the crash site, but who could that have been? Although J.G. Devereaux was long gone from Salem at the time of the tragedy and couldn't have been there to help her, Wilhelm Rolfe, M.D. Orpheus was in custody at the time, and Rolfe would have held her for some sort of ransom while he was in a covert lab in Jakarta. An ex-husband from many years ago wouldn't have sent her to London to be healed, but someone who knew about her captivity might have. Given that Susan was away for a longer period of time than Bonnie Kyriakis, who discovered her in the garden shed, the odd kidnapping and disappearance of Susan may have made the headlines. Since Susan is E.J.'s mother, it definitely made the news by the time Justin and Alex Kyriakis found her. Susan had already been taken by Ava by the time they did. For Megan Demura to travel to Salem, Thomas Banks could have learned that his sister was missing and sneaked away from his job. The fact that Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, saw how much Susan resembled her brother may have provided a hint as to Susan's rescuer. Although he couldn't have taken care of her himself, Thomas may not have made the best decision by sending her to London. He also missed her funeral. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.